So you want to become a badass seductress? Well, I have a question for you. How would you define a seductress? What picture do you have in your mind of a seductress? If you're like most people, you probably have a picture in your mind of a beautiful, sexy woman who commands attention from every man she meets. What if I painted a picture for you of a totally different type of seductress, one which doesn't fit the mold of beauty and sex appeal that everyone considers appealing? Many years ago, I knew a woman who was very tall and very full. She could easily have been close to 200 pounds. Despite this, she attracted loads of attention from other men. She was very comfortable in her skin, and there was something about her when she stepped into a room. She knew how to make everyone feel at ease. She had a way of bringing everyone into a space of comfort and joy and confidence within themselves. It seemed very effortless on her part. There was also something else about her. She carried a vast amount of sexual energy, and that was something you could pick up very clearly when you entered her space. She was very alluring, very charming, and full of a lot of energy. She was someone that everyone enjoyed being around. It took me many years, more than 10 years later, to really get an understanding of what that woman possessed. Although she didn't have the typical standards of beauty that we perceive as being desirable, she had a command over others, and people were easily drawn to her. So I'm about to share with you 5 qualities that she possessed, which is common for someone who is a very powerful seductress. Confidence. Although she was a tall woman and also pretty full, and she wasn't typically beautiful by everyday normal standards, she didn't allow that to stop her in expressing herself or going out there or feeling comfortable with herself. You would never believe that she wasn't a stunning beauty by the way she carried herself. Oftentimes, the woman placed way too much emphasis on her face to determine her value or her beauty or her worth. This woman was entirely different. She was cheerful and happy, and she never allowed anyone to make her feel anything less than respected. She knew her worth and she carried it. She lived in an atmosphere of playful, seductive body language. That was her way. The way she moved her eyes, the way she smiled. Everything about her was very playful and very seductive. She never missed an opportunity to express herself in a very seductive way, despite the fact that she wasn't a very thin woman or a very beautiful woman. She flirted quite a bit. Oftentimes women wait for men to approach them, but this woman was entirely different. She expressed herself confidently, and she never missed an opportunity to flirt with just about every man she encountered. Everybody she encountered was an opportunity for her to be playful and sexy, and men really responded very well to this sort of joyful, flirty, sexual energy. She had a very healthy sexual energy. Oftentimes, as a woman matures in age, or if a woman is not particularly beautiful, women often allow those physical qualities to interfere with how they feel about themselves sexually. And this is a woman who did not allow that to interfere with her sexual expression. She had a very comfortable relationship with herself and her sexual energy. And what was really incredible about her was that you could feel that field of energy around her, and it was very, very strong. People would talk about feeling really moved and really drawn to her based on her sexual energy. Yet, again, she did not have the typical looks of what most people would perceive as being a woman that had the power to allure other men towards her, but she had that alluring quality about her. And finally, one of the things that is so incredibly important, which supersedes the sexual energy and all those things, was that she was a very good listener. She had a way of disarming anyone who came in company with her. She knew how to make everyone feel at ease. And when you were with her, it was your time. It was you were the center of attention. She knew how to make everyone feel completely wonderful, and everyone was drawn to her, whether they be men or women or children or older people. She had a way of making everyone feel absolutely wonderful. Looking back now, I could see clearly that this didn't happen by chance. This woman actually placed a lot of energy on learning to become more alluring, learning to develop herself in a relationship, and learning how to be more attractive to others. This is a woman who was afraid initially of being alone, afraid of being rejected. And rather than let go of that and run with the feelings of emptiness or being undesirable, she decided that she was willing to do whatever it would take to produce that desirable quality in nature within her, because ultimately what she wanted was the right partner, which she eventually attracted. You too may be battling with feelings of wondering how you can up your game so that you can attract more people into your life. Although sexual energy is a very powerful force, it is not the only thing, because ultimately you want to draw somebody to you not only for sexual reasons, but you want to be able to allow that your chemistry to build and to grow, and you want to allow people to feel you in ways that they have never felt from another person before. And there are ways of doing that because we are triggered and wired in such incredible ways that once you can understand the wiring within a person's psyche and their heart, you can then trigger the right emotional states within a person to produce those feelings in them that will allow them to feel really incredible when they are in your company. So my message to you in this is that take notes, study, and whatever it is that you think you have or whatever it is you think you don't have, there is a way to build a new way of being and a new way of relating to other people so that they begin to feel what you want them to feel. If you want to learn more about the secrets of magnetism, please sign up to the link below. If you find this information helpful, please like, share, and subscribe.